Welcome again to Comments, Questions, and Concerns. My name is a.k.a. Before we begin, please give me the HOV special. That's the Help Out a Veteran special by liking, subscribing, sharing, and definitely giving us your comments, questions, and whatever concerns you may have. I was watching another video about the passport bros again, which is, it fascinates me that so many women are coming online, particularly Afro-American women, complaining about these men making the decision to go elsewhere to find traditional wives. And this young lady claimed that she just found this out on TikTok. And what she's realizing is that these men, are setting up what she calls sex-capades. I understand that you may have a tiny group of men that may be going to other countries to do things that are illegal, and they are basically taking a huge gamble. But the passport bros has nothing to do with that. These men are not going over there for that particular reason. And I'm sure she believes and understands that's what it is, but of course she has to make fun. She has to use the sign language to find a way to convince these men to stay here and not go elsewhere. Well, calling these gentlemen names is, in my opinion, not the way to go about it. She's also said that these men were basically incels, which is, from my understanding, involuntary celibate, which are men who, because of no choice of their own, are not able to be physically involved with a woman because the women here in America do not want anything physically to do with them. And she also calls them undesirables. So if these men are incels, undesirables, and ineligible, why in the world would you be concerned that they are leaving and going elsewhere to find happiness, to find a loving wife and raise a family? These are not the men you want anyway. You prefer other types of men, so they're actually doing you a favor. She also claims that most likely these men were living in their mother's basements, and now that they've heard about this passport bros movement, they're leaving. Once again, if these are not the type of men that you would have anything to do with anyway, what's the problem? That your issue is being solved because these men are getting out of your way. So now you can be with all these other men that you claim you want that are making 100K or more and are, to you, look better and are more desirable. But I've known a few men who have decided to go overseas to visit, but now decided to stay, who, like myself, were living in very nice homes before they left America. They had 4-bedroom houses where the mortgage was in their name alone. They were driving very nice cars like Lexuses, Mercedes, BMWs. I knew one that had a very nice Audi. So again, this young lady is greatly mistaken, and trying to make fun of these men is not the way to do it. She also claimed that these men who may be living in their parents' basement, their mother's basement, she said specifically, are hobo-sexuals. Hobo-sexual meaning that this person is a hobo and he's just moving from house to house so he can have a place to live. Well, that doesn't add up, because to be able to relocate from America to another country, you have to have a fairly decent income, because you're going to someplace new where you're going to have to find a place to stay. And that's before you go through the process of getting the passport, visas, all that stuff costs money, plane tickets. And then once you get to where you're going, you have to get health insurance and also whatever their law requires, which is going to cost money anyway. So once again, this young lady is completely wrong about the passport bro movement. And it's pretty funny to see them shoot themselves in the foot, because they're calling these men Hobosexuals, incels, undesirable, but ineligible. So if these are the men that you never wanted to begin with, what are you complaining about? Once again, thank you for visiting. Comments, questions, and concerns. My name is Kelvin Payan, and I hope to see you soon on the next video. So until then, be well.